Hello and welcome everyone. I'm Amethyst Rune Witch, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the Lunar Look-Ahead. So this is going to be for May. It's not quite as exciting as April, considering we started April with a total solar eclipse at the new moon in Aries. So, it's a whole new start, whole new cycle for the year. But yeah, let's see what May has to offer. So the new moon in May is going to be in Taurus, and it's happening on the 7th or the 8th, depending on where you are in the world. So I would say double check. You can search online and it should tell you there. That's usually a pretty good way to go. If you have particular diaries, apps on your phone, you can check that way. But of course, it's a new moon. So it's a whole new start, it's a whole new cycle. So it's time to set intentions. And apologies for that bell then. Luna had an itch. Anyway, so yes, new start, new cycle, new beginnings. Set intentions for the new lunar the new lunar cycle. I keep saying cycle a lot. It's true, but it's in the sign of Taurus. So I don't know if I said this before, but the new moon always happens in the same sign as what the sun is in. So 7th, 8th of May, it's going to be in Taurus. So the new moon will always be in Taurus. The dates of Taurus don't change, but when the new moon happens can. So there's a bit of that going on. Taurus as a sign generally is a lot about the home, comfort, but it's also about finances. So as much as it's the bull, it's I say as much as it's the bull, the symbol of Taurus is the bull. Now, if you have a particular breed of bull, you can very easily get an awful lot of money for selling particular bulls. Same with cows. So it's all about the prosperity. So the new moon is a good time for financial spells and rituals. It's a new start materially, financially. It's hardly surprising that the financial year starts when it does. It's a bit it's a good time to make a plan. A 12-month plan is really good at this time of year, so that in 12 months, when the next new moon in Taurus occurs, you can look back and go, I achieved everything I wanted to, or I didn't quite manage that. What went wrong? So the new moon is good for reviewing and looking back on what's happened in the last 12 months, but also, where do you want to be in 12 months? So it's always good to look at the financial side of things. So, that's the, should have said, that was the Moonology deck for that one. So this is the reverse of the card. So that's the Moonology. There is a Moonology Manifestations, which looks like this. And this one, so I use these decks to have a look at the lunar energy and give suggestions of what you could do, how you could use that lunar energy. So with the manifestations, it says, know your worth. You are that really posh, expensive bull. In the nicest possible way, you are that bull. but do you realise it? Others will know, but do you? So this is a good time to, the new moon in Taurus is good for working on your self-worth, your self-belief, standing strong in who you are, so your identity of your own self. But also, if you're knowing your worth, you know what you've come through, but you aren't burdened by that past. You know, a lot of us know the image of the bull with a ring in its nose. That ring is to help it to know where to go, but it only knows that because that ring causes pain, and so it goes the way of least pain. So maybe think about releasing some burdens, at least in that first week of May. That's a good time to do that. But yeah, know your worth. Then we have, obviously, the full moon. Now this time it's going to be in the sign of Sagittarius, and it's going to happen roughly the 23rd, 24th. Again, depending on the time that it reaches peak, it could be on the 23rd or it could be on the 24th. Depends on where you are in the world. So obviously Australia is going to get the full moon first. You know, Australia and New Zealand, they're going to get it first. Everyone else, we're all behind them. It just is. It just is. But anyway, it's the full moon. Surrender to the divine. Why not? We're halfway through. We're halfway through the lunar, this particular lunar cycle, this lunar month. So, you know, you're halfway there. Take some time to stop and be, but also so that you can look at the bigger picture. Now, strangely enough, both the Moonology card, which is this one, and the manifestation card are all about looking at the bigger picture, which means it's a good time to release control of needing to have every last little detail of a plan worked out. I rarely plan. Up until the last 6 months or so, I rarely planned. I thought it was more fun to, you know, be on the edge of my seat all the time with what's going on. Not necessarily all the time, but some areas I'm still like that. But predominantly, no, not anymore. But I'm also not trying to control every last little detail anymore, because I can't. It's too much. It takes too much. There's not enough hours in the day to do that. I can't sleep, I can't eat, I can't do anything but sit and focus on that one project if I'm worrying about absolutely every last little thing. Can't do it. So I focus on the things that I can do something about. Because when it comes to the little details, that's like you are almost touching your nose to a painting that's got all these itty bitty little details, but because you're so close, you can only see a small section of that image. You can't see the rest of it. You know, you can't, if you're too close, you can't see the bigger picture. You can't see everything that's going on within that situation. So sometimes taking a step back and getting a bit of perspective is just fine. It's necessary. Because at this point, you can look back and go, you know, you could review your 12-month plan from the new moon and go, I'm trying to do too much. Or that's incredibly detailed. Am I actually going to be able to achieve it? Am I going to be able to actually make it real? And it's okay if you don't. It's okay if you have to leave some things behind or change things. Don't be afraid to explore the unknown. If you've never done something before and you're not sure about it, that's okay. You're allowed to do that. Just be open to broadening your mind, to broadening the ideas and perspectives that you are coming into contact with, that you're interacting with. So that's what I've got for May. That's the lunar events of May. As far as I'm aware, there's no eclipses. Could be wrong, hope I'm not. But there we have it. That's the lunar look ahead for May. I hope you all stay safe. I hope this was informative. If you enjoy these, please do leave a like rating. Comment down below if there's anything you'd like me to cover in other videos, and I will certainly get to work on those. In the meantime, do share, subscribe, and I shall see you again soon for another lunar look ahead. Stay safe, everyone. Blessings to you all.